Alright, Subpart G, registration person who offers the transportation has the material applicable to the registration fee of the requirement of the support apply with any person who offers the transportation, transport, and foreign, interstate, with the intrastate commerce, with the highway, rail, with control of the quantity, with the class 7 of the radioactive material defined in 107 to 403 chapter, more than 25 kilograms, 55 pounds, with the division 111213 of the explosive material since 107 350 of the chapter, and motor vehicle, railway, car freight contain more than one liter per package of the material. External, extremely toxic inhalation of the material poison of the inhalation defined in 107.1a. Chapter of the meat for the criteria for the hazardous zone A is specified in 107.3, 116. A 107.3, 133A chapter. The shipment quantity of the hazardous material in bulk packaging 107 C 171A. The chapter have the capacity of the equal greater than 13,000 248 liters or 3,500 gallons liquid gas with more than 13.24 cubic meters or 468 cubic feet for solid shipment of the other bulk of the packaging of 5,000 pounds gross weight with one or more classes as a material for which the placing of the vehicle of the rail car with the freight container is required. For the class under the provisions of Part F, the Part 172 of the chapter, except the provided paragraph of the section quantity of the hazardous material that required the place regarding under the provisions of Part F, the Part 172, paragraph A6 of the section does not apply to the activity farm that is defined in 171.8 of the chapter area are in direct support of the farmers farming operation. Support of the term shipment of the means of the offering the loading of the hazardous material to one load facility using on one transport vehicle. 107 606 expectations. The following expected the requirements of the subpart agency, the federal government, state agency, the political subdivision, or of the state, individual, Indian tribe employee, any of those in any of the paragraph A1 through A4 of the section will respect employees' official duties as met employee, including the purpose of the subpart owner operative of the motor vehicle, the transport of the commerce hazardous material, if the vehicle at the time of the vehicle of these activities leased and registered for the motor carrier under 30 days the longer lease of the prescribed in Title 49 Part 376, an equivalent contractual agreement of a person domiciled outside the United States who offers solely with a location outside of the United States has material of the transportation common to provide with the country with such a person domiciliarly does not require the person domiciled in the United States who solely offer the has material of the transportation for one country for the play for the United States to file with the registration statement to pay with the registration fee. Upon the making of the determination of the person domiciled of the United States with the offer of the hazardous material of the transport of foreign country solely for the play for the United States, the most file with the registration statement they may pay with the fee of the foreign country for the U.S. compound authority provided with the notice of such determination directly from the authority of the foreign country, the publication of the Federal Register, presumed offer of the hazardous material of the transportation of the United States that foreign country must file with the registration statement and pay to require the fee of no later than 60 days following the publication demonstrating the Federal Register. 1067 107 and 608. General registration requirements. Each person subject to the subject must submit with a complete with accurate registration statement with the form 5802 no later than June 30th of each of the registration year in time to comply with the paragraph B of this section, whichever is later. Each registration year begins with July 1st and ends in June 30th of the following year. No person required to file with the registration statement to make transport hazardous material to be transported or shipped unless such person will file with in accordance with 107 620 current certification registration in accordance with the requirements of subpart. The registration of the name of the principal play for the business during the year of the registration, notifying the PHMSA the chain of the submit of the amendment of the registration statement no later than 30 days after the chain of the company with the form 58F 5802 instruction completion may be obtained with the outreach training with the Grants Division, PHH 50, U.S. Department of Transportation, Washington, D.C. 205900001, calling 202-366-4109 via the internet, phmsa.sam. It has math registration. If the registration is not resident of the United States, the registration must attach registration statement, the name of the driver for the permanent resident of the United States designated in accordance with the statute 10540 of the serve of the agent of the service process. 10760 and 612. 107.612. Amount of fee. The purpose of determining the applicable annual registration specified in paragraph B of the section follows the classification applying with each of the person registered they pay with the registration fee. A small business, a person qualified as small business under the certificate criteria of the Title 13, CFR Part 121, applicable Northern American Industrial Classification System Code to describe the person in primary commercial activity, not for profit organization set with the taxation under Title 426 U.S. Code 501A. Other small business non-profit organization person that does not meet the criteria specified in A1 and A2 of this section. Each person subject to the requirements of this part may pay the processing fee specified in paragraph C of this section. Annual registration fee set forth in the following table. All right, and then it says, let's just go to the latest one, 2014 or 2015 or later. Your small business would be 250 nonprofit, 250 other small business nonprofit organization, $2,575. Each person submitting a registration statement must pay the following process in addition to the registration fee specified in paragraph B of the section. Registration for the 2000-2001 later registration fee with the $25 each registration statement is filed with a single statement that must be filed with 1 or 2, 3 registrations years provided with 107 and 616 C. For the registration years 19,000, 2000, 1999, 2000 earlier processing fee of $50 each registration statement is filled with a separate statement that must be filed with each registration year. All right, 107 616 payment procedure. Each person subject to the requirement of the Subpart must pay mail the registration payment statement, then payment of the full of the U.S. Department of Transportation has material registration PO Box 530-273 Atlanta, Georgia 303530273. Submit the statement of payment electronically through the Department of Commerce Internet accept services provided by phmsa.gov/hazmat registration required file the minimum of the registration statement under the 107608 C with the must mail with the same the address submit through the internet site. Payment must be made with a certified check with the cashier, check for the personal, check money order, the U.S. fund withdrawn with the U.S. bank payable to the U.S. Department of Transportation, identify the payment that has been through regulation, completing an authorization payment, the credit card with other electronic payment means of the payment, except for the Department of Registration statement as part of the internal internet registration is provided in paragraph A of this section. Payment must correspond with the total fee of the properly calculated amount due blocked through the dot form F5802. The person may elect to register the pay required fees upon the three registration years by filing one complete accurate registration statement. 107-620 record keep the requirements. Each person subject to the requirements of Subpart the agent its agent regarding with the 107-608 E must maintain the principal pay for the business for the period of the 3 years of the day of the issuance each for the certificate registration copy of the registration statement filed with the PHMSA certification registration issued registration PHMSA. And after January 1st, 1993, each motor carrier subject to the requirement of the service department must carry a copy of the certificate registration issued to the PHMSA, another document bearing registration number identified with the U.S. dot and hazmat regulation and number on board each of the truck tractor, not including trailers and semi-trailers. Each of the transportation has material subject to the requirements of Subpart certification registration document bearing registration number that must be made available upon request enforcement personnel. Additional requirements of the paragraph A of the section January 1st, 1995. Each person transporting a vehicle has the material subject to the requirements of Subpart must carry the board of visible with a copy of the current certificate registration and other document bearing the current registration number identification number identified UVS dot hazmat regulation number. Each person subject to the subject of the Subpart must furnish a certificate of the registration or a copy thereof, and all the other records and information pertaining to the information contained in the registration statement authorized representative of the special agent of the dot upon request. All right, Subpart H, approvals and registration submissions.